It doesn't make me feel any certain way knowing that Louisiana's were Louisianians were creating literature in French and English. I've always been aware of Louisiana's French history, so it makes sense that so much literature is in French in Louisiana. Now, what's surprising to me is that even in this age, we still have so much of that literature around, because I know back in the early 1900s and late 1800s, Louisiana was pushing really hard to eradicate the French language. So I find it really cool that even though the government was trying so hard to get rid of the language, it persevered, much like the people of Louisiana. Um, to me, Creole means a person who is of mixed descent, no matter what descent those cultures are, as long as they embrace both of their cultures and the cultural differences. I think what makes Louisiana one of the most unique places in the world is the Creoles and the Acadians that we have here, and how they've become their own kind of Creole, and it really creates like a positive environment for everyone, a very welcoming environment that you don't see in a lot of other parts of the US. Um, Someone from uh, Afro Creole would be someone who's Creole with a portion of their makeup coming from African descent. And in the next book, Chitta, uh, they use Creole to refer to more than one thing. I think one of the references for Creole will be just a different type of person than what they described in Afro Creole poets. I was trying really hard to think of a second thing to describe as Creole, and all I could come up with was a shrimp dish with Trinity and tomatoes. So that's what I got for the second meaning. Uh, have not heard of the Last Island before today. Uh, I lived in Lake Charles in 2020 when Hurricane Laura made landfall. Uh, and the destruction I saw was nothing like anything I'd seen on TV or anything before. It was crazy. And when I was researching Last Island, they said that Last Island storm was stronger than Hurricane Laura. And I mean, there were buildings in Lake Charles made of steel and concrete that were destroyed. And Last Island storm was in the 1850s, so I can only imagine that the destruction caused by the Last Island storm was incredibly immense. I'm very surprised, though, that I'm just finding out about this storm, because I feel like every hurricane season I deep dive into hurricanes, and it's all I can really think about. And so I've done a lot of like research on different hurricanes, different storms, and this is my first time hearing of Last Island. So I'm really excited to find out more about this storm when reading the book Chitta. Thank you.